Hello, and welcome to another episode of Arthritis at Home. I'm Kelly Lendvoy, ACE's VP of Communications and Public Affairs. Joining me today is Cheryl Koehn. You know her, of course, as the founder and president of Arthritis Consumer Experts. And on today's episode, we're going to focus in on the third national survey that ACE is conducting in 2021 on self-advocacy. Cheryl, welcome.
Thank you, Kelly. Nice to be back on the program.
What does ACE mean when we refer to self-advocacy? Certainly some people immediately associate it with self-care, and maybe some people aren't really clear on what it is we are referring to. So maybe just start with some definitions. What is self-advocacy?
Yeah, so I think a sort of a functional definition, certainly for myself as a person who lives with rheumatoid arthritis and has for a long time, as well as for others like me, no matter the type of arthritis, is self-advocacy, first of all, is not a specific, something you engage in at a specific point in time in your life with arthritis. Self-advocacy is something you do really throughout your entire journey with the disease from start to end. And when a person is diagnosed, it's really important to seek out information that's going to help them learn about the disease, sort of understand some of the decisions they're going to have to consider and take along the way, and then to be able to engage in community. It's looking for information. It's understanding how to filter out the good from the bad. It's figuring out what parts of the information are going to be relevant to you. Conveying to your healthcare team what it is you need, being able to articulate the things that you need. And then, of course, sort of taking advocacy or self-advocacy all the way out to community advocacy is adding your voice to those who go outside of their own experience with arthritis and try to help others by speaking out. It is really about knowing who you are and what you're dealing with, knowing what you need, and then being able to get what you need.
So you've referred to two important audiences for that arthritis patient to be self-advocating for or to, and that is, first of all, their immediate circle, so friends and family, and also critically, as you mentioned, their healthcare team. I guess another third important audience would be if the person living with arthritis is employed, their workplace, not just employees, fellow employees, but their employer.
Yeah.
Do you want to touch on that a little bit?
It adds complexity for sure if you're adding in an employer in that advocacy or self-advocacy conversation, because there is a power structure there that a lot of people don't feel comfortable with. I mean, some people don't feel comfortable as a worker or an employee, Kelly, advocating for, different hours, let alone different hours along with a chronic disease. So it's a complicating factor.
We earlier mentioned that this is now the third national survey that ACE is conducting this year. And we're looking for that lived experience that you're describing with different topics, and this one on self-advocacy. Specifically, what was ACE looking for or trying to find out through this particular survey as it relates to self-advocacy?
Yeah, I think there's three really important things we're trying to learn from our members, our followers, people that engage with us, not just here in Canada, but around the world, about, what their levels of knowledge are about their disease. We're trying to figure out what it is people still need to know. Where do we fall short in providing the type of information that people need to know about their disease? And I, for myself, Kelly, I call this product knowledge. Like, it's like if you were going shopping for a washing machine or a car or a tennis racket. You want to know as much as you can about all those that are being offered to make the best decision, or a decision that you'll be happy with. And the same is true about arthritis. It's the product you need to learn about, no matter what type it is. So that's what we're trying to find out, Kelly, is what do people know about their disease, and how do we go about helping fill those knowledge gaps, or information gaps, rather. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing, we want to know where people go to find information about arthritis. We want to know what still they need to know. So not only about what they know, but what more would they like to know, and about what types of information related to arthritis, not just the disease, but perhaps, what kind of treatments are available, what kind of health professionals are available to help people. So that's another piece of it. And then we want to find out what people need from us and from other arthritis community organizations, what they need to know in order to then take what they know about their disease, take what they know or they have identified as needs, and turn around and ask the people who can help them, and do it in a really effective way. Some people have a lot of knowledge about the disease, Kelly. They may know exactly what they need, but they have a very difficult time getting those things from either their healthcare providers or their healthcare system in which the healthcare provider works. So it's really those three things we're aiming to find out through the responses that we receive to this survey.
How long will it take someone to complete it? And if they haven't done a survey with us, what sort of understanding do they need to know about if it's anonymous or not,
Yeah.
and how we use these results?
So as you know, and some of the people who may be tuning into this program already know, our survey work is all done through SurveyMonkey. It's all anonymous. All of the responses get pooled into numbers. So we never see the identity of people. We don't ask for names or any kind of identifiers. We ask general demographic questions so that we can understand the differences between certain populations or geographic regions in our country. So that, I think, is the most important thing for people to know. It is anonymous. Their privacy is maintained at all times. And it will only take them about 12 minutes. It's actually super quick. We understand at ACE, having run a number of surveys over the last 21 years, that people, they don't mind giving time to help us learn what our community needs, but they don't want it to take, half an hour of their time. So we keep the questions set very tight. So it'll only take them about 12 minutes. There are opportunities for people to expand further on their answer if they wish to write more. A lot of our membership, as you know, do, and we're very thankful for them taking that time, but you don't have to in order to complete the survey. The survey deadline is July 24th, so that's why we're giving a little plug here through Arthritis at Home. We want people to share news of this survey, so it's really easy for them to do that. At the end of the survey, there's a button that allows them to share it across their social media channels, or they can simply forward the email that they received, if in fact they got it through an email, over to their network of friends or family or colleagues who may be interested in helping out by responding to the survey.
When the survey is completed after July 24th, what does ACE do with the survey? What do they do with the findings?
Sure. So once the survey is closed, the results are downloaded in aggregate, so pooled without any identifiers on them. and they go to our data analyst. Our scientific partner is Arthritis Research Canada. We have the benefit of having a whole pile of smart people over there guide us in this process, as you know. And once we do all of that number crunching, then it goes into the writing phase. And so by September, which is Arthritis Awareness Month in Canada, everyone will be reading about it in a Joint Health Insight, which is featuring the report on the survey, as well as they'll be seeing it throughout the month through our social media push. So we thought it was really appropriate to have this topic be the feature topic in Arthritis Awareness Month in Canada, because we think that it's the needs, it's the knowledge, it's the needs and the voices of people with arthritis that rise above, especially in the month of September. It is our voice that should ring out to, sort of as a clarion call for new policy or policy reform, helping one's neighbor, being more supportive in our families. This is the time. We want to do it all year, but in September, we can really bring it into sharp focus.
So for our community members who have viewed this episode and now hopefully are extremely motivated to take the survey, how do they go about doing that?
Yeah, so it's super easy. They can go to our website, which is www.jointhealth.org. And they will see it there featured on our homepage, Kelly. So they just click on it and it takes them directly to the SurveyMonkey platform. They will know they've arrived at the right place because they'll see, our logo and the name of the survey and a preamble about the survey, which explains very briefly, I think, some of the things that we've covered in this interview.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time today Cheryl to join us. We once again encourage everyone who's viewing today from our community to take the survey if they haven't done that already. Really important to hear from your perspective, from your lived experience, what self-advocacy means to you and how you could possibly become even a more powerful self-advocate.
Yeah, it's really, really important. So I appreciate the time to come on and talk about it. If you're a person living with arthritis, if you know someone who's living with arthritis, please either take the survey or tell those people about the survey and encourage them to take it as well.
Thanks a lot for joining us today on another episode of Arthritis, and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thanks, everyone.